I remember to unmute this time. Hello and welcome back to the Broken Respawn podcast, where I find out how many brain cells I've got left.
We're down to counting on one hand.
Yep. I'm joined here today by somebody who might have a brain cell, CaedesEnder.
Nope.
And someone whose offspring is borrowing the brain cell, SarinTal.
I don't have it. It's gone.
No brain cell. No brain cell today. The brain cell
no
gone.
brain cell here today.
Yeah, no. How are we all doing apart from brain dead?
Well, I've just found out my stream mic isn't working, so that's why I sound shite.
Fair.
So I'm going to be trying to fix that throughout.
Sliver, you shouldn't be sharing your technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're not the technical difficulties podcast. For that, go watch somebody actually
go watch me
entertaining.
Go watch.
I watch Sarin.
It's not a stream if I don't have something go wrong on my stream.
That's accurate.
I mean, it's a thing now. Like, everybody knows, everybody's watching, and they're just waiting. Where's the technical difficulty? It happens.
Yeah, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna go wrong? Dear. Well.
Right.
Yeah.
How's everybody else?
Sick and dying.
Yeah. It seems to be the illness podcast.
Right? We're all sick and dying.
Yep. I'm not, thankfully, but I've been wearing myself out a little bit at work, which is probably not the best plan in the world. So, yay, the project's deployed, and now I've got to fix all the things that aren't finished on it. That's tomorrow's job.
Speaking of projects.
Oh, shut up. God damn it. Have I done the thing? No.
Have you done the thing for the thing?
No. Have I thinged? No.
Griff finished the thing.
Wow, okay.
He finished the Blood Wolves shanty.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But because he had no one to record it, he had to use AI voiceover to do everything.
I mean,
it sounded pretty good.
I mean, to be honest, for a first pass, do it on AI.
I mean, he wrote the lyrics and got it all set up, and Adika enjoys it, so he's keeping it.
Cool.
She's been rocking out to it every time I play it.
That's kind of cool. Oh dear.
I think I fixed the mic.
You're very quiet.
Very quiet.
While Caedes is very quiet.
Yeah, while he's doing that.
What have you been up to then? You were streaming. You missed a stream the other week, but then what were you doing on Friday?
So there's been a lot of stuff been going on. So I've been missing streams left, right, and center. I think the Saturday before last, I missed the stream. Or last Saturday, I missed the stream because it was we were holding a birthday party for Dika, so we had a lot of things to get ready. Yeah, she's won.
Can't be. It's not been anywhere near long enough. She cannot be one.
She is one.
Really hasn't been long enough.
And she, hang on, I'll send this to Sliver.
Oh dear.
I don't mind sharing photos of her.
Yeah.
Where is your...
Pick a Discord channel.
Pick a Discord channel.
Say there's a lot. Oh dear.
I'll send you that photo.
Yeah, because of course my niece is now 5 months, which is quick. Oh, that's so cute. That is far too cute. Oh no, chat, prepare yourself. Adika is trouble. Oh.
What the hell?
I think that was a Caedes bouncing this connection.
Well, no, because you went muted for me for a little bit. Like, I couldn't hear you unless you couldn't hear me.
Oh, I just bounced. I pressed another button then. Sorry, hang on a minute.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's normal. Yeah, but Adika is now stealing Sarin's hat. Or one of Sarin's hats.
Yep.
Soon have her wearing the helmet. Oh, I know what I did. I turned on the streamer mode because I heard a notification. I was like, oh yeah, and then I heard notifications. Like, I'm actually confused. There's a new sheriff in town. For our audio listeners, it was a picture of Adika with a cowboy hat on.
Yeah, basically.
If you know what Adika looks like, well, you missed it.
Too bad. So sad.
Yep.
Watch my stream. You'll see her again sometime.
Yeah. She'll come up and steal the thing that stuck to your headphones.
No, she actually leaves that alone.
Really?
She likes to go for the fuzzy on my mic.
That'll do it.
It's just she leaves the plushies alone. She goes for the controllers, the keyboard, and the mic.
Audio sound was Karen doing. I don't even know. Caedes, try again.
I am talking, and can I be heard?
You can. I'm going to just turn your volume up on my end. There you go. Try again.
Shouldn't be a problem though, because nothing's actually changed on my side to mean the setting should be.
And now you're going staticky.
Yeah. Interesting.
Other than that, it's just been a busy week.
Yeah.
2 weeks. It's been busy.
I
know that me and Caedes have the Star Wars tabletop this Friday.
Oh yeah.
Friday or Saturday?
You are still very quiet, Caedes.
Yes? Question mark? What did we agree on? 26th. Friday.
It is on Friday. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, hello. I'm guessing you've just reverted back.
I'll give up. I'm going to have to play with that later. I don't know what's up with it.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a full day as opposed to just like half. So I'll do we'll finish off this mission because it seems to be a long one. So we'll do this mission, and if we finish early, we'll do some Helldivers.
Yeah, sounds good.
And then on Saturday, I'll do Star Citizen.
So tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some Star Wars shenanigans tomorrow.
This is your Star Wars roleplay.
This is a Star Wars tabletop game, yeah.
Yeah, tabletop series.
Yes.
Kind of. Yeah.
We'll call it that. Campaign.
Yeah. Campaign. That's the. The brain cell is not working today. Okay, let us off.
Brain cell's gone.
The brain cell's not working. Caedes' mic has decided to do a runner.
Not working. My voice is barely working.
Yeah, because
there's a thing.
Yeah. Well, I'd ask what Caedes has been doing for the last fortnight, but I think recently he's just been dead.
After the last podcast, I had 4 days of work, and then I had a load of crap to do, and then I had four days of death, and then some time passed, and now it's been today. So,
yeah.
Some time passed.
Some time passed.
Yeah, that feels about right because me and my wife have also been kind of just gone. She slept for almost a full 24 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think over the 4 days I should have been working, so not including yesterday, I think I slept for at least 14 to 16 hours a day.
COVID do that to you. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Not the words I use, but yeah.
No. Yeah. Unless you've had once you've had it, you're like, yeah, never again. Never again. Never again. Like, I think I may have caught it a second time, but I'm
never leaving the house. That's it. I'm done.
You got a snowboard from your living room.
No, I'm going to use the snowboard to keep people out. I'm going to bat them with it.
That'll work.
Sure.
That's fair.
I swear, if I ever hear another family member telling me that COVID's not real, I'm gonna smack them.
With a snowboard.
I don't have a snowboard.
I can lend you one.
No, it's okay. I've got my lightsabers. I've got my airsoft stuff. I've got choices.
I go for the lightsaber. It's more satisfying. I can promise you that.
Well, if they're hacking and coughing, telling me that COVID's not real, I go for the airsoft stuff.
Fair. Yeah, ranged. Keep them at range.
6 feet.
Down the ground. No, wait, no, hang on, Rupert. Anyway,
there are no mercy rules here.
That's the rules in my house. If you can breathe, you can leave.
Cats not included. Although cats are spawn of the devil, so you know, in a good way, but still.
Speaking of cats, mine's sick too. Yay!
Oh no!
And I can no longer get pet insurance for him for the condition that he has because it's already been recorded. Yay!
Yeah, pre-existing. I got hit by that as well.
Yep.
Bugger. You love him so much, but yeah.
Best case scenario, the medicine's gonna clean him up. Worst case scenario, I need to come up with a lot.
Money.
Yeah.
I'm so
not good. We love them, but we hate the little bastards.
Yep.
Yeah.
At
least the dogs.
Yeah, that's good. The dogs. The dog's a young pup still as well, isn't she?
8 months.
Oh yeah, God, yes. You decided one baby wasn't enough in the household.
No, my wife decided one baby wasn't enough in the house. She's been telling me for the past 4 years, no dogs until we have a fenced yard. Meaning we had to have a house first. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe we'll have a dog in 5 years or so. You know, the baby will be big enough by then. We should be able to take it. No, house was too quiet. She wanted a puppy. She showed me photos. She's like, $50. Let's go get him. I'm like, okay. Don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, no. I'll get the keys. Yeah.
$50 for a blue heeler black lab? Yeah, I'm down.
I know nothing of dog breeds. Never been a dog person.
So blue heelers, you'll find them most. They're working dogs. They're herding dogs.
Okay.
Those there, and I mean a lab is a lab.
Yeah, Labrador.
Right?
Yeah, Labrador.
But they're both high energy dogs.
Yeah. So put them together, shake a bit, and then you get that thing. Takes a lurcher on.
So, to give you an idea of what it takes to wear her out, 2 hours running back and forth chasing a ball.
Okay.
Down the hill and up the hill.
No.
You throw the ball down the hill, she chases after it, she runs the ball back up to you, drops it at your feet, and is ready to go again.
For 2 hours.
You bring her home, she has an hour nap, and then she's back at full energy.
I'm getting a tennis ball machine gun. Dog would just have a heart attack going, what the hell?
See, I don't throw with my arm anymore because work's kind of like messed up the shoulder, so I got one of those sticks that just chucks the balls, like chuck it, sweet.
That's fair. Get a bit more range on that. How the hell did we end up on pets?
You mentioned cats responds with the devil.
That's yeah.
Blame Kremlin. It's probably his fault.
Yeah. Definitely Kremlin's fault.
Blame Nairu.
Blame #blame Nairu. Right, so
no, she's doing really good then. What have you been up to? I heard you were talking to a snowboard company before you jumped on.
Not snowboard company, but my friend Ike, who's me and Caedes know from the ski trip we did. We were just talking snowboarding stuff because I've been getting it. You're welcome to come over, but it's a bit of a trek for a one-day thing.
I mean, one of the guys did it.
That's fair. Well, he came from Iceland.
Came from Eastern Europe to UK just to snowboard for a day.
Yeah, he came from Iceland.
Was it Iceland he came from in the end? Crazy.
Ironically, came from Iceland. It was cheaper for him to buy stuff here and ship it back.
Yep. Yeah, to be fair, he then also stayed on for an extra day, did another day's snowboarding, went home with a helmet, bought some skis, then went on to his local one, and I think he's done 4 days since.
He's hooked.
He's really into it.
Really, he's
Nice.
completely hooked and is which is cool. I've ended up buying 2 pairs of snowboard boots. I'm glad I have, because one of them's slightly fecked up. One of them slightly
Just
dust.
slightly.
Yeah, well, yeah, just slightly. Like the soles needs re-gluing on, and it's old enough that some of the it's not paint, but some of the plasticizer has gone on them.
See, boots are something I'm not willing to buy secondhand. My feet are not a standard shape, shall we say? They're a little. They're curved in the wrong places.
Yeah.
So I have trouble with shoes at the best of times. So I'm not even willing to look at buying them until I've been fitted for them.
That's fair. I mean,
That
the
sounds
reason I got these is I think I spent 50 quid total for both pairs, and then I think it was a tenner for both delivery of both. So I was like, you know what? And one pair is just old and has been used a little bit. The other pair, I think they probably put the boots on, walked out into their gravel yard, and walked back in again. That's all I think they did, because there's just a few little bits of stone just stuck in the soles, and they're otherwise perfect. Like,
Wow.
just pristine. Just okay, cool.
I did get a bit ahead of myself and buy a snowboard yesterday, though.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that Ike mentioned.
Yeah.
You could, because he's got some new bindings. You can borrow the old
Yeah,
bindings.
I'm gonna steal them from him for a little while, get it tested.
What I'm probably going to
But
do.
it's so pretty. It was 75 quid. I paid 40 quid for delivery, which is fair.
You put a picture
But
in
it's literally my stream colours. It's so pretty.
Where'd you put a picture in one of the channels recently, didn't you?
General in ski chat. In fact, I'll put it in podcast. I've got it on my paste. There you go.
That works too. Yeah, I was like, I can show this picture because it's a snowboard. If they can identify where you live by the door handle behind it, I'll be impressed.
If they can, I'm really impressed because it hasn't even arrived yet. That's from the fucking listing.
Perfect. But yes, it's basically a round Caedes logo.
I love it. It's a 2001 Burton Custom Flyboard 2 core, handmade in Canada.
Oh, nice.
So thank you, Sarah.
Yeah. That's very pretty.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Which end? Like I was looking at Ike's board earlier because he was doing it. Which end's the front? Is it the? I'm guessing it's the longer bit.
Twin.
That doesn't help me at all.
It means that both ends are the front. It's a true twin. It goes both ways.
Oh, I'm gonna guess it's the camera angle then that makes it look like the bottom's
The top
very
looks
close.
slightly longer, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's a true twin board.
Okay, so it's a mirror image down the middle
Yeah.
in both
I've been
directions.
I've been learning all about them, like the curves on the long sides.
Yeah.
They're known as the radials. And if you were to describe a circle by following that all the way round, mine would describe a 13-meter radius, which means without any other prompting, it will take 13 meters for that thing to turn, which is quite a long turning circle.
Oh.
But that means that it's a lot easier to control and is really good for sweeping turns rather than tricks. So that's kind of perfect for me.
Yeah, especially yeah.
So if you ever see a snowboard listed and it says R6 or R8 or something like that, that's radius 8 meters, which means it's a really short board with a really tight turning circle.
Yeah.
And the higher the number, the longer the turning circle. I've been learning. I'm doing really well.
Nice. That's cool. That's actually cool to know. Yeah, that's going to be beautiful for just coasting down the mountains.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I mean, considering by the end of the thing last time, you just like, well, I can't stop, so you just kept going.
Yeah, I couldn't stop myself without falling over, but I wasn't at risk of falling if I kept going, so I just thought, fuck it, I'll just keep going.
Yeah, it was just like, goodbye. Yeah.
When the guy said like that's the end, we're not going back up anymore, so make your way to the bottom. I just skied down the boarded down the extra section because I was like, well, I may as well.
Yeah, you've learned. You're not at the top, the fully ready for the whole thing yet, but
Nah, soon,
TM. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not snowboarding next week after next. Week after next.
It's like it's like 3 weeks away. 18th.
Yeah. I'll still come down and say hi, but yeah, I know if I do, it'll be a waste of my time and money to try when I haven't had chance to improve my fitness such that it will make sense.
Well, I've definitely lost some weight over the last couple of days. I'll tell you that much. I'm down about 2 pounds. So
Yeah.
I couldn't bloody eat. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do it.
but yeah, I'll look forward to it. It should be good. We've got a couple of new people coming this time, so including one Mr. Roger York, who will be joining us.
Hey.
Alright, so I just gotta convince my wife to move to Manchester, right?
Sold.
Yeah, around that area.
Yeah, that works. That works.
Anywhere north of like Middlesex, and you're pretty safe.
I can't remember how far south Middlesex is. It's in the middle, innit?
It's really. Just south of Northampton.
I'm out.
Like I said, no brain cell today. Alright.
Ah, dear.
Aside from dying, what games have you been kind of really playing?
I haven't really. Genuinely, the only new game I've picked up in the interim is one called Autoforge, which is kind of Terraria meets Factorio. Still in early access at the moment, but it's a nice little 2D factory builder, which I've been quite enjoying.
Okay.
One of the early game things where you've got to like manually do stuff and you've not quite got your automation up yet. Your drills are all hand cranked, so there's a little mini game animation where you've got to physically wind it up, and then that lasts for so long, so you can run away and come back and rewind it again.
Oh, it's Terraria meets Factorio. Oh, this.
Yeah, it's literally it's Terraria Factorio. That's how they're selling it.
I do not need another factory game. I do not need another factory game. I do not need another factory game.
It's quite good.
Oh, that looks really good.
But that's the only new game I've picked up in the last 2 weeks.
That's because otherwise you've been playing your way through Final Fantasy, isn't it?
Well, while on stream I've been playing my way through Final Fantasy. I'm now just shy of 100 hours, and I'm coming up to the final. I'm coming up to the end of the section before I go into the final section. I'm at the kind of, if you go any further, you won't be coming back. So
our chapter numbers are
95 hours. But off stream, I've been liberating for democracy. I'm still stuck on Helldivers.
I need to play more Helldivers. Like I really do.
Yeah, you do.
I was annoyed.
What the hell is that? What do you mean? What the hell is that? It's an AT-AT.
Oh yeah.
The factory striders. I love those things.
Yeah, I was just like, oh god.
There's two moments with the factory striders that I love seeing with people. One is when they first see them, and that's always fun. The second one is when one gets dropped in mid-mission by an airship, and there's like, oh, that's a thing.
Yup.
I think seeing that the first time when it drops in, it'll be like, that's not a tank.
Yep. They've just released the new mission types, so defense planets now focus on defensive missions.
Okay.
And the new one is it's a gate assault. So it starts off with 2 gates left and right, and when they breach them, there's then a third gate.
It's a castle defense, basically.
Yeah, it's a full-on tower defense, and it's a lot easier against the robots than it is the bugs.
Have they done one with the bugs now?
Yeah. Any planet that is a defensive mission can have that mission spawn.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I've played that mission with you on the bots, but I'm not since the AT-ATs have come in.
Yeah. The big news at the moment is that people are actually not happy with them because they gave us once we beat the automatons, people were like, look, we're sick of the automatons. We want to go and fight other things. We want bugs or we want the new faction.
Yeah.
So they went, cool, no problem. Go and kill 2 billion bugs. That was our major order.
And they went,
they wanted us to do it in 5 days, but we had it finished in 12 hours.
Yay, something other than bots. 12.
Our theory is that was supposed to be Joel, the DM. That was supposed to be his annual leave. You know, kill 2 billion bugs. When I come back, I'll put something else on the cards.
Yeah.
Obviously, 12 hours. Yeah, he panicked, and he put out a 10-planet defense mission, which was some on the robot side, some on the bug side. Just basically go and play what you want.
Yeah.
But the way that the supply lines work means that we can't tactically assault planets and have, if we stop them from advancing, that should take 2 planets because X, Y, and Z, the supply lines and stuff.
Yeah.
So that annoyed people, and then the people weren't focusing and we were losing the planets. So yesterday they dialed up the progress, and a couple of thousand people were able to take planets in hours rather than 100,000 struggling. So they've kind of cheated it on our behalf. And it's really soured the community. There's only 25% of the player base currently playing. That's how many are pissed off with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they didn't do something like earlier of just like little hotspots where like, oh yeah, this will take 10,000 people to kill it. It just appears and disappears once it's dead, and it's just random planets everywhere.
Well, there's 2 problems they've got at the moment. One is that the communication is all done via Discord and Reddit. Mm-hmm. Every message they send to us, we get outside of the game, which means every set of planning is also done outside of the game.
Yeah.
And I don't go on the Discord and I don't go on Reddit at all, so I don't know any. I'm just doing what seems logical to me, finding the planet with the most players on, supporting that until it's beat, and then rinse repeat.
Yeah.
Some people aren't doing that. Some people are finding the planet with the lowest. Some people are going, I just want to fight bugs. So there's a real lack of communication within the player base, essentially.
Yeah.
So they are working on something in-game that will hopefully focus us, but translations are an issue, and it's going to cost money constantly, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The other problem is that half the features they want for the Galactic War don't exist yet. So Joel's just having to come up with stuff on the fly to keep us interested. And he's going to fail. You can't win that fight every time. You can't have us win consistently and still be entertained, but you can't have us lose in a way that we get bored halfway through and stop trying.
Yeah, it can't be a landslide in either direction.
He's got to have his work cut out against him, and this is the first instance of you fucked up, Joel. 2 billion, add another 0, and it would have only taken us half the time you expected.
Yeah, which it's. I mean, all of these have definitely learning things for him.
Yeah, of course.
It's like any new GM.
Yeah, I mean, we've just started a new campaign, weirdly, in D&D. We've finished our 3-year campaign, and we've just started a new one. We're on session 1 was last Friday. And it was quite nice to see the GM, because he's the first time GM, he's never done it before. And as someone who's DM'd most of my life, I could see him get to the point where the monster was supposed to die and adjust on the fly. I could see him change the mechanics on the fly to make the fight longer, just to keep it interesting, because he'd fucked up and he'd made it too easy. And as a long-time DM, and I pointed it out to one of the others afterwards, and he went, "Yeah, no, I saw that too. It was clever."
Well done.
But to see a first-time GM do that on his very first fight, yeah, fucking well done.
Like, we trained him so well. They grow up so fast.
And I'm the obsessive note taker this campaign, so I've got reams and reams of paper everywhere at the moment.
Oh no! Yeah, I always left that to other people because I like. As long as I played the character often enough, because I used to have like 6 games on the go, I liked forgetting what, I liked having to remember what was going on, what my character was doing.
Yeah.
Because it made me actually play the character better.
Yeah. I do it based on the character. So in the first campaign, I played a mute, so I couldn't communicate information to people. That was the point of him. So I deliberately didn't take notes because he was supposed to be scatterbrained.
Yeah.
In the second one, I played a guy who was very straightforward and give me something to hit and I'll hit it. So again, I didn't take notes. I always contributed and I always helped out and gave input, but it was based on the character. Whereas this time, I'm a bounty hunter. I'm not going into any situation without knowing everything I can. So I am obsessively taking notes.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense. And that's why you pick different characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting as well. Like, has Helldivers has anyone actually lost anything? Has it ever actually? When was the last loss?
We lose all the time. We lost the major order prior to finally defeating the automatons. We lost the second major order. We lost the first major order against the bugs. We are consistently being beaten.
Good. Okay.
It's happening in a way where we can counter it and we can work around it. And Joel's been good in that regard. So
yeah, I hadn't actually been. I obviously hadn't been on often enough to see the various ones and see when things failed, because also like I get notifications on my phone about them all, because every single goddamn news venue for gaming posts about it. It's just like, yeah, well, okay, fine, but you don't hear about much apart from the wins or the absolute like the throwing the bodies into the treadmill of Malevolent Creek. Treadmill grinder, close enough.
I was there when the creek fell.
Mm-hmm.
I was part of the take on the creek. I was part of the take on Mattock's Fall. In fact, I think I've been there for every one of the major pushes so far. I haven't missed one this week, luckily, while I've been AF. But
I partially wish they'd done a little thing that said I was at X. I participated. Like, you still get the bonuses and stuff, but like a little thing that says, you know, I played during the event.
That's what the cape is. If you'll see some people running around with a cape that's a black top, beige bottom, red skull, that's for people who took part in Malevolent Creek.
Right. Okay.
If you didn't help the creek, you didn't get that.
Yeah. Oh, right. If you didn't help, I must have been on at least once then.
Literally one mission was all it took. If you ever played on the creek, you got that.
Yeah. So I must have played on it at some point then. Because I got it. I think because you went, wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought
but then there's this weird rift in the community as well, where there's genuinely some people who are like, if you wear that cape, I'm kicking you from the party. They're just like, it's bizarre. There's this really, really toxic group in the community.
There's always toxicity in any game. Like there's people that are like, if you're not playing with the meta game weapons, we're kicking you. It's like,
yeah, well, there isn't a meta game weapon at the moment, which is quite nice.
Yeah. The one thing I saw, actually, there's a lot of people. There was a set of blue armor that was a pre-order only bonus, and people have been killing the people with that armor if they're wearing it. It's like, the fuck, guys. And it's been so much that actually the developers themselves have literally gone onto social media and say, the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the three sources of toxicity at the moment. Originally, it was people killing other players at the end to, quote, steal their samples, because they didn't realize that everybody got one. If four people walk out with one sample, that's 4 samples. If you walk out with 20, that's 80 samples. Everybody gets everything. So people didn't realize that, and were waiting till people got on the dropship, murdering them, picking up all the samples, getting on the dropship and leaving with everything, thinking they were the only ones who got it. Okay, fair. Then there's these weird, if you're not using the meta weapons, as you said, at the time it was the railgun, people were getting kicked for that, and now the armor. But this one's just bizarre. It's basically people saying, we don't like the whole vibe that rose up around Malevolent Creek at the start, because people were wasting time by fighting on Malevolon when it wasn't important, and it became such a meme that it annoyed me so much. So if you wear the cape, that's childish of you. You obviously care about the creek. I'm kicking you. Like, well, just what?
I like the look of it. Click.
I genuinely tried to play earlier. I've been having some difficulties with the game, I'll be honest.
We'll play later. We'll play after this.
I got kicked from a game because I joined it. The guy was an idiot for a start. He was doing everything wrong, and I won't go into detail. But he was just messing up everything, aggroing groups that he didn't need to. And then when we got to the end, I put a turret down, and it started firing. It was about halfway through its clip, through its ammo capacity, and he literally dived in front of it. I saw him dive in animation through the bullets and die, and then kicked me for killing him. I'm like, you killed yourself on my gun. That's death by turret, and you're kicking me for it. What the hell?
Dumbass.
So there is definitely some weird shit going on at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this is always the problem with online. I was going to say online PvP, which is not PvP, but online games in general, where it's general stupid populace. You can join with. You just find. You find a lot of really nice people, and then you find the utter dregs of humanity. And they seem to be like one after the other.
Yeah, and the problem is that the nice people end up becoming the dregs, because the dregs are the ones who, because of the stupid restrictions they're putting in, are the ones that progress. I mean, look back at Warcraft in the day. Number of times I got into a group and was told, you can't come on this raid, you don't have the right gear score. Like, dude, gear score is an add-on. It is something you have put in the game that doesn't exist officially, and you're checking me on it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But because they were doing that, they progressed, which means the gear score became a normal thing. It is now in the game and has been for years.
Yeah.
But originally it was a mod. And the people who didn't want to deal with that and were happy to just go with whatever and progress at whatever pace, they had to then deal with it and had to become toxic to progress.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. I will say, like, I can't remember what game it was that was that has been I've seen mentioned multiple times by Pirate Software, but it was one where at the end of the round, anyone that wasn't your friend, gave a rating for you on how good on whatever you were.
Yeah,
and it
was
became the
or something.
friendliest game ever because you had to be nice, so people rated you well. So you got, like, if one person rated you well, you got double experience. 2 people, 4x. 3 people, 8x. 8 times experience for getting 3 people to say yes, you did well. Yes, you were nice. Yeah. No toxicity in that game, because if you were bad, you ground hard. You got 1x experience permanently. No one.
You weren't punished for being a dickhead. You just weren't rewarded.
Yeah. So everyone was nice.
That's the right way to do it.
Yeah, and you couldn't farm it either. If you were friends with the person, they couldn't rate you. So you could go and play with your mates, and you'd get 1x experience, or maybe I don't know if they did any bonuses for that at all, but. You know, you get 1x experience, or at least for playing a full friend team, and it was just like, yeah, but you had the fun of playing with your friends. That's a very, like, I don't think I've seen that anywhere else.
Nothing to that degree, no.
No, and it had almost 0 toxicity. Wow.
Can't say I recalled it. Like.
Yeah, I can't remember what game it was. I think I remember it being some sort of sci-fi MOBA or RTS, and I can't think what it was.
Yeah, I think it was a MOBA.
Yeah.
MOBA. I'd have to dig through my YouTube backlog because it's in there somewhere. Unfortunately, it's on a YouTube short, and you get through like 300 of those in an hour.
Yeah, basically.
So it's like, no, I'm not finding that one. Not a chance. I know who did it. But that's about it. Oh, God. So, yeah. But yeah, so Helldiver's good. I think the takeaway is Helldiver's good. Helldiver's good. More Helldivers needed. More Helldiver play needed. Also,
I am supposed to be streaming Final Fantasy after this, but if you guys fancy a couple of games, I'm down.
I'm game for some Helldivers after this. I could do with playing some more Helldivers. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, Helldivers after this, sold.
The diviest of hells.
Yes. Well,
I must say, I love that the flamethrower is a valid weapon now, because
that's good. That's good.
Trogdor loves to burninate. Let's just put it that way.
Well, speaking of hell, this is a beautiful segue into this. The thing that Caedes didn't get access to, and I did, and I'm going to get murdered now. As yeah, Caedes has just left the channel. Welcome back.
I hate you.
So I got a message. What it was on the day it got released of that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 4 hours before they dropped the keys. I messaged him and said, "Hey, Hades 2's got essentially a playtest. Sign up if you want to give it a shot. You might not get it, you might." And then he got in, and I bloody didn't.
Rip.
Yeah. So with 0 spoilers, it's great. It's going to be great when it comes out. I'm not touching it again until it's like a lot more stable. Until they finished it a lot more. But what I played was great. There wasn't any major if any bugs that I could tell. I think they were mainly doing a load test on it, and checking that the. There's a lot of, you can tell there's a lot of gameplay mechanic, like core mechanics that are the same as Hades 1.
Yeah, I mean, that's
so like the movement style feels the same. The graphic style is the same. It's the same artist. The music is amazing.
I mean, it's something I said before they even announced the second one, to be fair.
Yeah.
If they wanted to do a sequel, all they've got to do is add in 4 more weapons and 3 new gods. Mm-hmm. That's it. You've got a game. You don't need to change anything.
And they've done far more than that. yeah, the mechanics are there's new mechanics in for the runs, and new weapons, new mechanics, new effects, a couple of new extra bits and pieces, and obviously the story. I don't know.
Story?
Continues on. I don't know. I couldn't
do
tell
know,
you.
I
I've
do
not
know
finished.
about the story.
I've not finished
So-
Hades 1.
The non-spoiler version is that the
Wow.
events of this story do take place after the events of Hades 1 conclude, and quite a while after at that. So they are affected by, but not directly.
Yeah, it's like 300 years later sort of thing, or so. Well, not quite 300,
Well,
but you know what I mean.
it's the underworld, so time's non-existent
Yeah.
realistically. So it can be the next day or 3 billion years. We don't know, but
Yeah,
either way, it's a long time.
yeah. And there was one spoiler I'll say: Skelly is back.
Of course.
Because you can't keep Skelly away. Yes, but he's a general now.
Nice.
So, but yeah, no, it was very good fun, and I actually ended up playing Hades 1 after I beat my personal best in Turnip Boy on Tuesday, and then
There
just
you
went
go.
straight into Hades 1 to try and get through. Got my ass handed to me multiple times. just almost had a good run, had not enough damage at the end, and just got wiped out by exploding skulls, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
So I might get another completion. I am yet to finish I've finished once.
My
I've
God.
only beat
Okay.
yeah, one. I've gone through once on like 40 games.
I think my first win was 31 games in, but then after that, I tend to get one every 5 or 6 runs.
Yeah.
I have done my 15 wins, so I do know the full story.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be a lot.
Yeah, I unfortunately I'm almost at the point where I might just turn on like the assistant bit and just go fuck it. I want to see the story.
Well, I did it the other way, and I will say this was a stupid way of doing it. The very first time I played, I waited till the whole game was out, so I didn't have to deal with, get to this boss and then
And wait and blah blah blah.
wait for 6 months or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I played it on the hardest difficulty in hell mode, which meant if I completed it with a weapon with certain boons active, the only way I could progress the story and get further upgrades was to play it on a then harder setting each time. So every time I completed it, I had to go in and complete it on a harder mode next time. And that meant that I had a lot of difficulty getting into the game. But then once I got into the swing of it, it didn't jump another difficulty spike kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Is that the heat
Yes.
thing?
So there's things you can turn on, like traps do extra damage,
Yeah.
or bosses have an extra feature. I recommend if you're going in, turn that one on early, because then you get used to them. They just become normal. Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I've got that. I think I have to have at least heat 1 now.
Yeah. So I think I'm up to heat 9 on the bow at the moment, and then like roughly 6 on all the other weapons.
Yeah,
But on the
is that
bow, I've got to turn on 9 separate effects,
Yeah.
or I don't earn any progression.
So is that progression? That's not story progression. That's just progression with a weapon, isn't it?
It's all of it. It's
Oh,
weapon
okay.
progression. Initially it's basically the unique drops you get from each boss.
Yeah.
You don't get those unless you increase the heat. But also, if you complete it and you haven't done a heat unlock, you don't get the next stage of the story. It just counts as a normal complete.
Okay, right. And
I
that's
really
on
shot
hard mode,
myself in
isn't
the
it?
foot, but that's on top of it then being on hard mode, i.e. the hardest difficulty.
Right. I can't remember what difficulty I put it on is. I may have accidentally put it on hard mode, so that might be my mistake.
Yeah. So I was playing on hard mode. I was playing on hard difficulty in hell mode.
That might be my mistake. I might have to go back and turn that off because, quite frankly, I want to know the story because I've seen various parts of it over the time because it's been out for what 4 years now.
If you include an early access, probably near a 5-6.
Yeah. So I need to get through the story so I can enjoy the next one and not be like, what? Why does this mean? What's going on? Why is this funny to everybody in chat? God damn it. So yeah, no, I'll have to.
And I have no idea what you guys are talking about because I have not touched the game. So
Yeah, how much?
If you've got a Switch, it's a good game on Switch. I'll be honest. You probably pick it up pretty cheap, and it plays
That's a fair
really
point.
nice on the Switch.
It plays really well on
actually,
controller overall.
Speaking of, actually, I was going to mention your ROG Ally plays. It's obviously pretty much the same on there.
Yeah.
Don't overheat the fucking thing. It's
ROG,
burning SD cards.
So I've got an interesting bug on mine. If I try and shut it down with an SD card in, it won't shut down. I have to pull the SD card out.
really,
So I've just left the SD card out. So whatever.
It's people playing obviously higher spec games, Elden Ring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's overheating because the exhaust is right next to the SD bay. It's cooking the card.
Yeah.
Asus are having to basically buy dead SD cards off people.
Yep. They did a supposed fix where they basically, I think they changed the fan curve and also like reduced the top clock on it at the BIOS level. But gamer's gonna game.
Yeah.
I've not had any issues with it. But it does, like, I play a lot more of the smaller, like, honestly, I play a lot of Survivor-style games on it. Soulstone Survivors has been the one I played recently. I played, obviously, Vampire Survivors on it, a few other ones. Because it's the perfect thing for those of just, like, half an hour in bed, just kind of play.
Yeah.
That's where it excels. And also, like, I have actually, I haven't got a PB on it yet on Turnip Boy, but I have been ahead of my PB by 30 seconds halfway through on there, which is like, oh no. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I got a PB on Tuesday.
Nice.
I cut off my PB. I cut 50 seconds off. So I'm now sub 18, 18:39. Sorry, 17 minutes 39, which puts me 25th on the leaderboards.
nice.
Which is impressive, actually.
That is impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I may end up with like 10 to 15 minutes spare of my estimate at UKSG. But I will say I've consistently got it sub like around 21 minutes. Like most of my runs end are about 21, 22 minutes, which is quite good.
That's pretty good.
Nice. So, yeah, do two runs.
Not so much gaming related for me, but the whole Beyblade stuff is really starting to pick up.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, nice.
So I've got in contact with one of the local hobby stores where he's seen the progress we made and he wants to help me introduce me to more communities and help us grow a bit more, just get the ball rolling and look at finding a way of getting a supplier as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. That more people playing is then more people watching, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's I like
that's gonna be interesting there.
Yeah, because you're like I actually don't because of the time it goes on. You normally start like midnight my time on a Sunday, so I can't really catch it. But how are those streams been going?
I mean, I'm getting the regular people show up for those. I haven't really checked the streams themselves.
Yeah, because I know you recently swapped from doing the whole stream remotely to actually taking a laptop in,
which I now had to. That laptop actually failed during my last stream. My last Beyblade stream because the hard drive started to crap out on it. So I just got myself a M2 and put it in there, and it's been working really good. I had 43 views on the last one.
43 viewers.
43 views.
Okay.
6 likes on the last one. I had 22 on the one before that for Beyblade.
Oh, that's up on YouTube, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, that's post being like on YouTube. That's post live. That's
post live.
Yeah. So that's after the stream's over. All those views will be. That's impressive. No, that's good. Your Beyblade outstrips the podcast. Which is fair. Which is fair. Oh dear. But yeah.
If I look at the analytics and audience, I mean, it's getting a lot of new viewers, especially like day of.
Yeah, that's normal. Yeah, you sort of see this massive kick.
The funny thing is, Top Geographic Canada, 32%.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I don't think, I honestly don't see them over in the UK anymore.
I don't really hang around in the areas where I would see them, so I can't really be done. It's not like I go to places where I play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, so.
Yeah, that's
but that's the thing. Beyblade is one of those things. Is like the communities are not in shops.
But I don't see Beyblades in shops. Like if you go into a toy shop, and I don't see Beyblade at all.
You won't see them in the UK. There'll be people that play it competitively, like the way we are doing. Will be ordering them off of Amazon Japan.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Right?
okay. So it's a big Japanese export thing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Why do the Japanese keep coming up with cool things that everyone wants to export? Everyone wants to import from there. It's like, god damn it.
And it's really hard to import from them. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Especially in Canada, it's hard to import from them.
Yeah, you're not wrong, to be fair. I've got a package that's currently been on its way from Japan since the 17th. So it's not always easy to get from them guys.
No.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to work with this other hobby shops for them to be able to help me get that stuff in. So
That's good.
there's that. That's being in progress. I'm actually going to be moving all my Beyblade streams over to a dedicated YouTube channel for that.
Oh.
Because we are now forming a official like Edmonton Beyblade club, and I'm actually getting one of my artist friends to do commission for the logo and banner and all that stuff. So
Sweet, that's awesome.
That's amazing. Well done.
We're trying to push it really hard as like our local, community and all that. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be a new thing. I know originally we were looking at like how Broken Respawn can help it, but right now it's me plus 3 other people with my wife helping out. Like it's like I've got a solid group in the area here, and I'm kind of delegating stuff to do to them as well.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
Yeah, no, man, you do what you need to do.
the Broken Respawn link is you for this. I'll be honest. So.
Yeah, no, use whatever you can to get it good, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, like, that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, that's good to hear.
And on Sarin's front as well. I hear there's some news on the new Star Wars Outlaws game where there'll be.
So there's been a trailer dropped, and pre-orders are available for it. And because I'm trying to stay as fresh as I can, I'm not watching the trailer. I've not. I stay away from anything that could potentially be a spoiler. All I know is pre-orders are available.
Okay.
And if you guys watch my streams, that is how I am. I stay spoiler-free so that when I do end up playing the game, the reactions are genuine.
Yeah.
Well, you did tell me something about it, so or rather I caught it on one of your streams that you mentioned it. They're reviving something from an older Star Wars game?
Ah, yes. Sabak. You'll be able to play Sabak in game.
Which, for those who don't know, was the card
is
game, essentially.
Yeah, it is the Star Wars poker game, basically. It is
with the hexagonal cards that you see on
Knights of the Republic.
Actually, well, I've not played that, so I was thinking one of the movies. Solo.
On Solo.
Like I say, which one of them bet Solo?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes. I'm trying to stay spoiler free, but as Caedes called me out, there are some spoilers that do get through.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that feeling. It's not always easy.
No. Staying spoiler free is a challenge these days, especially if you're in where we are, which is the content creation space, where there are people that actively go out to try and spoil shit for you.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember when the last book of the Harry Potters came out? I mean, that shows how long ago this was.
Jesus.
There was a video of a kid driving around bookstores with the queues of people waiting to get in, reading the last 3 pages from a megaphone, just to try and spoil it for people. Right, why?
I'm surprised someone didn't make him eat it.
How you create murderers and serial killers.
There's also the old classic from The Simpsons, isn't it, where Homer walks out from seeing Empire for the first time and goes, "I can't believe Vader was Luke's father." And everybody's like, come on.
Oh dear, yeah.
I mean, the best one was when I had seen the newer Star Wars movies before my wife, and then we went on a date and to go see the I think it was the first one, and I'm dressed as Kylo Ren. It was a very light cosplay dressing. I had the mask, I had a dark cape, right? And my wife goes in as a gender bent Han Solo.
Oh, okay.
I had people walking up to me and be like, "Does she know?" I'm like, "No, she doesn't. She don't know." And she's like, "What don't I know? You'll see." Boy, was she mad at the end of that movie.
When episode 3 came out, I was at college. Went in with some guys from college to see it, and it was a really weird day because we got there and I saw my cousin. I also saw my brother and 2 other people from the same college course who didn't realize we were all going. So there was loads of people I knew, all just spaced around roughly. And we're watching the film and it's all going well. And then obviously it gets to the fight scene with Anakin and Obi-Wan. And this kid behind me, literally in the seat directly behind me, turns to his dad and goes, "Is Anakin gonna die, Daddy?" I nearly turned around and thrapped the little bastard. How have you not seen the other movies? Be older, damn it.
Yeah. Ah, dear.
I mean, even with my son though, I'm not starting him off in the release date of the movies. I'm starting him off in the story chronologically, right? So we watched episodes 1, 2, and 3. Then we started watching Clone Wars. We watched Han Solo, right? We're gonna get, through all of them. Like, I'm doing it chronologically so that it builds the story for him. Because, like, I remember watching it as a kid, and like, I got so many questions.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Nowadays, if you watch it in the release order, you've got the questions.
Yeah.
But then you've also got the answers. Whereas if you watch them in the chronological order, those questions never come. And I think I genuinely think that loses something for it.
I mean, but it also depends on the person. Like for us in our generation, yes, that completely makes sense. The newer generation, it doesn't quite work.
I think there's been some very good orders that I've seen come out, and I think it's like 4, 5, 3, Rogue One, 2, 6, then the new 3.
There's so many.
And then ignoring 1.
Editors' cuts and different ways to watch it, and there's even full cinematic cuts by fans that have done the entire 6 movies plus the 2 extras, cutting bits out, swapping bits around, putting them in places where they're more appropriate, kind of thing.
Yeah. Chronological is probably the best just order. I think Order 65 is better. Oh no.
I mean,
5, 2,
numerically,
3,
Order 65 is worse.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that I mean, this is just, I've literally just looked at Games Radar. There's a load of different orders, including one called Obi-Wan Order. What?
I heard a fan theory the other month, or well, I say a while back, and the Obi-Wan Kenobi isn't his name. His name is One-Ken, and Obi is an honorific for people of great importance. So if Sarin was a mayor of a town or something, he would be called Sarin Obi. That would be like a way of showing veneration to him. So when he went to the Jedi Temple and they said, "What's your name?" his mum said, "This is Obi-Wan Ken Obi."
and they wrote his name down wrong, and he was too polite to correct them.
Oh,
that's
dear.
why in episode
that'd be
4
fucking hilarious if that's.
Yeah, well, that's why in episode 4, when he says to him, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I haven't heard that name in a long time, because he stopped calling himself it, because it wasn't his name.
Old Ben, yes.
I also really like that bit where Obi-Wan looks at R2 and says, I don't ever remember owning a droid, and gives him the shifty eye. And then if you go back and watch the prequels, Obi-Wan didn't. It was Padme's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R2 was a lying little shit.
Oh, I still love the theory.
Let's not start with how much of a little shit R2 is. The whole reason they didn't give him a proper voice is because the mother bastard swears all the time.
I still
going to lose an hour here. R2D2 is working for Palpatine through all
I was going to go there. I was going to go there. Oh, R2D2 is the mastermind behind the entire thing. It's all his fault.
No, he's not the
He's
mastermind.
in every single movie. The Star Wars is not about the human or other beings. The Star Wars movies are about R2D2.
It's the more you look into it, every situation you just look at it and go, does this work for the good guys or the bad guys? And then once you've got that answer, go, is R2 there and active or not? If it works well for the good guys, R2's out of commission. And if it works well for the bad guys, R2 is there. The big one for me will always be when Leia says, they let us go, they're tracking the ship. And Han says, not this ship. Because he knows his ship so well. There's no way even the Empire can track him. He's been evading them for years. They cannot track him. But they can track R2, who is on board.
I'm going to poke a hole in that one. I mean, that's the whole reason they board, the Falcon had a tracker installed on it.
That was retconned in afterwards, to be fair. But I agree, there's a lot of stuff like that does, if you look deeper into it, there is something there. But R2's shifty, man, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, he is.
Every single Jedi that R2 meets, other than Luke, dead within the same movie.
Yeah.
Within the duration of one movie, that Jedi is dead. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda. He wakes up from his coma in the 7th, 8th, 9th movie, whatever it was, goes to find Luke, dead, same movie.
Yeah. The only one that survived multiple movies was Obi-Wan, actually. If you go all the way, go in the story order.
Well, that's because Obi-Wan was smart enough to keep his distance and had R4 protecting him.
Fair, yeah, true.
Even then, he didn't really trust R4.
Plus, R2 didn't really start the Jedi Massacre until after Order 66, at which point Obi-Wan they didn't know each other after that point. So, but then as soon as they met, dead, same movie.
Yeah. Being too big for your boots, dead.
Yoda, 900 years old, one of the strongest in the Force, meets R2D2, conks it of a cold. Hate it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop. I can go for an hour on R2.
This is how he killed Yoda. It was that sausage that he was trying to sneak back from him.
Poisoned the sausage.
He poisoned the sausage as he grabbed it.
I do like, there was a meme about it, that Yoda had lived in this swamp for 20 years, and then Luke came up and started asking so many questions that Yoda just pieced out. I'm done.
Like, nope.
Not this again.
And now all I've got is Seagull Stop It now in my head.
Oh, God. That's it. Wrap it up. I'm done. Page your first.
Seagull, stop it now.
All right.
Are we actually out? Are we actually piecing out?
I think we're done.
I think we're yeah, fair. Okay then, well, Caedes, there you go.
Well, I am CaedesEnder. I am a functioning human being at the moment, so I am hoping to stream more, though I'm doing lots of overtime. So I was going to stream Final Fantasy tonight and tomorrow, but apparently I'm doing Helldivers tonight and Star Wars tomorrow. So that's no Final Fantasy for me, I guess.
You agreed to it, you bastard.
I did. I agreed, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I stream on Twitch sporadically, and it's mainly RPGs. Currently going through the Final Fantasy Rebirth Part 2, which has been 95 hours of so much craziness and fun. I cannot love it enough. Sarin.
I am SarinTal. I stream normally on Fridays and Saturdays, starting 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, with the odd Sunday once a month for Beyblade, which will be now moving over to a new Beyblade channel. follow the Discord for updates to that.
Yeah.
Currently playing Star Citizen a lot, Helldivers. Nothing really new has come across my radar that I've wanted to stream, but if any of that changes, you guys will be notified. Sliver.
And I'm TBSliver. I now seem to be a bit more of a speedrunner. What? Also, very good at missing streams. I normally stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. UK time. And you'll find me playing all sorts of platformers and shooters in general. Just pretty much anything that takes my fancy. At the moment, speedrunning. I've got practice for an upcoming marathon UKSG at the end of May for Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. So we're playing that a lot. we're doing a lot of runs. And as I'm just kindly reminded by Kremlik, this weekend, this Saturday is Short Play Saturday. So come join me for a selection of games where you guys get to vote on what's going on. I play half an hour to an hour of them, and you get to see some of the weirdest games in my back catalogue, and I get to get through some of my back catalogue. So right, and apart from that, I think that's everything. Any other last minute things?
One random bit of news just on the way out. No BlizzCon this year, apparently. Boo-hoo. Moving on.
Anyway. Oh no, what shall we do instead? Probably just play other games.
Go to CitizenCon?
Maybe?
I still haven't heard back from you about that.
I thought we'd quickly chatted about that.
No.
Oh, well, chat after this.
Sliver's in trouble.
I'm always in trouble. I am trouble. Anyway.
Have you done the thing?
No! Again! Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. If you've liked this podcast, then don't forget to hit the like button on the way out or on the way in. And if you're in I don't know what else to say. My brain's failed. That's all, folks.